NBA. Now, there's some new competition for that distinction, though, with Steph Curry breaking through to NBA stardom. And it's always exciting to watch these two go head-to-head.
Shot clock at 3. There's Porter at the 3, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation. Here is Paul. Jordan the screen, the drive by Paul, and the wide open shot from Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. How would you compare Chris Paul and Steph Curry?
Well, Steph Curry is just an off-the-chart shooter. I think the best in the history of the game, an overall shot orchestrator, a maestro supreme.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Shot clock at 5. Gord's out with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
All with it, Chris Paul covering. Paul against Wall. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Paul against Wall. Redick for 3. Shot is off. Now Washington takes it the other way. Right side Wall. Pass to Gortat from past the arc. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should.
Jeez, how did he do that? How he did that? That was straight out of a circus act.
Well, he did seem to be walking the high wire. You're right, Greg. You are right.
Tell you what, guys, that dunk alone worth the price of admission.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. The dish now to Mbah-a-Moute. Picked by Griffin. The feed to Redick. Wall against Paul. Back to Griffin. And here's Jordan outside. Rebound, Washington. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Porter. Wall against Paul. Wall wide open. Off target on the outside leaner.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Griffin's shot is off.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Paul. To the paint, Porter with the steal. In transition, here come the Wizards. They get the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. Paul for 3. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Paul. There's 57 seconds left in the first. Picked by Griffin. Gortat with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Green, he's checked in for Griffin. Pierce comes in for Mbah-a-Moute. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. And then for Washington, Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Dudley comes in for Porter. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Right wing, Dudley, the pass to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. 4 on the clock, and the wide open shot from Morris. Good on the three-point shot. Morris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Crawford, no one around him. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's Beal on the wing, and he starts out with the miss in this one. And an exciting end backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is known.
When we go out to eat, he gets like 2 meals. You know, like some people eat 1 meal, and the second meal you get to go home. He really finishes 2 meals at one time, and it'd be like, dog, there's no way you about to eat that. So he likes to eat a lot, and he
You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I would certainly think. Well, not really. I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it. It is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody could scarf up that much food and still hoop.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Horton out there with Ramon Sessions. Then it's Garrett Temple. Then there's Jared Dudley. Then it's Nene in at the center position. Sessions against Rivers. Sessions dishes to Thornton. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Temple. Rebound by Aldridge.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
Not to the surprise of anyone, really, but the Clippers last year were strong at home once again. They managed to go 30-11 at Staples Center.
Yeah, and Kevin, that makes 3 straight seasons for the Clippers of 30 or more wins at home.
Here's Sessions. Nene kicks to Temple. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. He dishes it to Green. Rivers kicks to Crawford. Drops one in from the wing.
Hey.
Crawford's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, the big thing for the Clippers is that they won some big games in Staples over tough opponents. I mean, also won 6 of the...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And one issue with the Clippers at home is that it didn't feel like they were at home. But Blake Griffin said home court advantage is just not there for us. And this is on the heels of a loss where the crowd was cheering for the other team louder than the Clippers at times.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. J.J. Redick's checked in for Pierce. And it's Paul in for Rivers. Gortat's checked in for Washington. Wall comes in for Sessions. Temple gets the bucket. Here's Paul. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Feeds to Redick. The pass to Crawford. Picked by Griffin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Paul. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Paul's got his 2nd basket of the game. Outside, Wall. Passes to Temple. Jordan against Gortat. And Temple kicks to Wall. Thornton passes to Wall. This one for 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Clippers leading by 4. DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Down low. And now in transition is Thornton. Here we go. And it's blocked by Jordan. Ball outside. Gortat with the block. Wall, that's a two-pointer. He scores with that shot. And now he's 3 of 8.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Mbaamute's checked in for Jordan, and Wesley Johnson has subbed for Jamal Crawford. Then for the Wizards, Markieff Morris is checked in for Dudley. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Garrett Temple. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Marcus Thornton. And taken away by Paul. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Johnson. Dishes the ball. Shoots the three. Can't get it to go. Now the Wizards take it the other way.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, the occasion.
And the wide open shot from Redick. And he's good on the 3-ball. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. All attacking. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Griffin.
The rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Wall with it. He's picked up by Paul. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Just 5 on the clock. Johnson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Taking 2 shots.
And Johnson drops them both. Stolen by Rivers. Shot no good. And we finished.
Hi, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. In the second quarter, we began to see what... And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final...
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Take a look at what John Wall's done. He's got 8 points and 1 steal.
It's amazing. More than 50% of their scoring has come from just one guy.
He is tearing it up, ripping it to shreds. I tell you what, this is some kind of game he's having here.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbamute in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Otto Porter, hailing from a family of basketball players. His mom, All-State in '85. His 3 uncles won state titles. Deep basketball roots.
And how about the fact several of his cousins also won state championships, although Otto is the only one in the family to reach the NBA.
Paul with the ball. Now Beal defending. Ball against Beal. Shot clock at 6. Paul kicks to Jordan. Here is Mbamute. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Mbamute has got his first points of the night.
You know, getting back to Otto Porter's basketball family, it really prepped him to compete. Your family is the first place you learn to navigate and win battles and competition. And that goes for sports and life.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really tough.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And a change for the Wizards. Dudley's checked in. Wizards trail by 8.
And talking about Porter, he certainly has worked hard to improve upon his weaknesses. That's a trait that's often instilled in a man at a young age. And he's not an explosive athlete, but his motor and want to compensate for that.
Washington shooting their first free throws of the night.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And, guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
And he dunks it down.
Hey, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Well, and for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards, it did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season. He had plenty of form in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
Here's Wall. Can't cash in from close range.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Jordan the screen. Boards out against Paul. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Paul's got 10 points.
You know, for Paul, you talk about the lack of talk about him last year. Very quietly came close to the 50-40-90 club.
Paul against Wall. Shoots from the baseline, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Hey.
Wall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. The 50-40-90 club, something only elite.
We need to calm down.
And Paul came close
Too many
while
shots
playing point guard. He might not get the height he used to, but CP3 is very much still one of the best in our league.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Green comes in for Mbamute. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Then for the Wizards, Nene comes in for Gortat. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. It's blocked. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Crawford leading the charge. And the rebound goes to Nene. Wizards trail by 4. Sessions with it. Picked up by Rivers. Nene dishes to Thornton. from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. One-on-one fast break. Here's Crawford. Rebounded by Dudley. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Thornton, no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. Pierce kicks to Crawford. Sinks the triple. Crawford's got 9.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And it goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Green. And Los Angeles with some changes. Cole Aldrich, Pierce, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. And then for Washington, Markieff Morris is checked in for Porter. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Marcus Thornton.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Feeds to Dudley. Kicks to Temple. They need this. The rebound by Johnson. 3 on 3. Three-pointer. The shot misses. Gets it off. The shot no good.
Attention, Staples Center. Please give a big round of applause for your Spirit Dancing.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Clippers leading by 12. So the Wizards 5 right now. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Jared Dudley out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the 5, down low.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
It's deflected. Pass to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. And Wall. Here we go now. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Soft touch off the glass. Wall's got 10 points here in the second half.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
And Baamute with it. Guarded now by Morris. Paul outside. And he lays it straight in. And the Clippers lead by 12.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today. Yeah, just frustrated by the lack of production offensively, and I can't blame.
I won't bow down to no man.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. It's the Chicago Bulls taking on Miami. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Grant. B.J. Armstrong is out there with Pippen. And there's Cartwright. And it's Jordan in at the small forward. And the